I'm coming to you today from, I guess you could say, paradise, to make a talk on part 4 of depression. And I'm doing this for a reason. Some of you are going to see something like this and go, must be nice. That's important. That is the key. That is the key that determines where you're headed in life. Your attitude determines where you end up. Negativity, jealousy, and self-pity are anchors that hold you in a pattern of misery that you are now in. Those who still say nice things despite being in a bad situation understand appreciation and respect, and they know that positive energy will attract more positive energy. Negative energy just attracts, complainers just attract more things to complain about. It really works. It's true. I've been in the worst situations in the world. And when I was feeling sorry for myself, when I was angry at people that were better off than me, it just got worse. But when I transcended that, when I got over it, I was happy for them. Or I just could start seeing myself in that situation. Maybe there is a way I can end up in that situation, that positive way of life. That's when things started to change. It's easier to sit down than to stand up. Think about that. It's much easier to sit down, being down, depressed, negative, than it is to stand up. Because standing up requires energy. It requires strength. It requires, you have to muster up all your, just to get up. But when you stand up, you have a different perspective. You have a higher perspective. You can see things from higher up. You can see down the road. And down the road of life, that's where you end up. That's where your goals are. So the higher you go with your attitude, your perspective, the further you can go because you can see further down the road. The lower you are, the less you can see, the less you're going to go anywhere. Because the higher up you go, the more options you see, the more options of where you can go in life. The more options you have, the more chances you're going to have some good ones. And those are people that go places. So for those of you who say, it must be nice, yes, it is. It really is. And if you want it too, if you want that, the first thing you got to do is change your attitude, because that sarcasm is limiting energy. It's holding you back, and it just reinforces your subconscious to believe that it's either not possible or it's difficult to achieve. Stop sitting and stand up. Got to read my book, The Prosperity Secret, or Instructions for a New Life, because you've got to get out of that rut. It's easy to be in a rut and do nothing and feel sorry for yourself and be angry at others. It takes energy. It takes a lot of oomph to force yourself to get up, to stand up and see things from a higher perspective. If you want out of depression, no one's going to get you out of it but you. And you are not going to get there by being jealous of others, angry at others, thinking that it's impossible, it's difficult to achieve. You're in a prison right now. And prisoners, the only way out of prison is two things: good behavior, or you chip your way out. But it takes effort. And that is what you need to do. You need to actually put some effort into getting out of the prison. Because people who just sit there and wallow in self-pity and they're angry and they just think there's no hope and they hate the world, they're not going to go anywhere. They're just going to rot in prison. Good behavior gets you out of prison. It shortens your prison sentence. So if you want out of that prison you're in, change your attitude. Good behavior gets you out of your prison. Think about that. It's easier to sit down than to stand up. But standing up is what it takes to get you out of your prison and into paradise. I want to see you in paradise, just like everyone else who deserves it. Just do what it takes, and it starts with your attitude.